Explosion. Noun. 1. Countable, uncountable. The sudden violent bursting and loud noise of something, such as a bomb exploding. The act of deliberately causing something to explode. A bomb, nuclear, gas explosion. There were 2 loud explosions, and then the building burst into flames. Bomb squad officers carried out a controlled explosion of the device. 300 people were injured in the explosion. Related entries: terrorism. 2. Countable, a large, sudden, or rapid increase in the amount or number of something. A population explosion. An explosion of interest in learning Japanese. An explosion in oil prices. 3. Countable, formal, a sudden, violent expression of emotion, especially anger. Synonym: outburst. Do you know what brought on that explosion? Demonstrators clashed with riot police in an explosion of anger at live animal exports. Extra examples: 3 people were injured in the explosion. A huge explosion wrecked the entire building. A loud explosion echoed around the valley. A massive explosion erupted behind him. A massive explosion ripped through the chemical works. An explosion blew out the front windows. Bomb disposal experts carried out a controlled explosion on the suspect package. How could we keep up with the information explosion? I believe we will see an explosion in lawsuits of this kind. If no action is taken, the country runs the risk of a social explosion. In the 1860s, a veritable explosion of major scientific publications took place. The build-up of gas caused a small explosion. The explosion came 20 minutes after a coded warning to the police. The explosion caused major structural damage. The explosion occurred just after midnight. The explosion shook nearby homes. The floor shook with a distant explosion. The shock waves of this political explosion engulfed the whole of Europe. There was a muffled explosion somewhere on their right. A great explosion of creativity. A nuclear test explosion. A sudden explosion in the number of students. A sudden explosion of anger. The explosion sent a large cloud of smoke and dust into the air. The world changed with the explosion of the first atomic bomb.